Hello everyone, I am Adina. Welcome to Beyond the Veil. Hey, how you doing? Happy Tuesday. All that good stuff. So I actually am tired of talking about Diddy. I didn't want to devote any more readings to him, but I find myself scratching, at his situation because it's bigger than Diddy, I believe. And I would like to know what is at play behind not only Diddy, but the pull down of celebrities in Hollywood. It started, I believe, with the Me Too movement over in the acting world, and then it moved over into music with R. Kelly, and then since then it's just been Mayday, Mayday. And so I want to see if that is just a natural, because I know it is natural. I believe it's Pluto leaving Capricorn, and tearing down things that are no longer conducive to the greater good of humanity and society. But even behind celestial events, people are the conduits for the energies that are being manifested through the other forces. And so I want to see what's behind it. So let me see if I can figure out a way to position myself for this reading. Most High Mother and Father God, thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for the people that join me on this platform. Spirit, what or who is the cause for the pull down of celebrities in Hollywood and in the entertainment world? What or who is responsible for it, and what is the purpose, the true purpose? Even with P. Diddy's case, a lot of information will be sealed, and I believe it's to uncover, protect a lot of information that we the people would like to see public. But what is the energy behind all of these celebrities being taken down? Is this truly, truly, truly a movement about justice, true justice, true justice, not the fake kind? Taking down predators so that other predators can. Is this truly about restoring karmic balance and harmony? Or what or whom is the motivating factors behind the takedown of Hollywood? Now, what I want to say is surveillance. This Two of Swords, methinks, has something to do with surveillance of some sort. Intelligence. My spirit says surveillance and intelligence by government, military, even amongst the ranks of Hollywood. Everybody's recording things, phone calls, parties, even the ones where you show up and you can't even have your phone. These houses, all of you, all of Hollywood is constantly under surveillance. Now, the problem is with a certain administration came access to that intelligence. I don't know if this started before the Trump administration or during the Trump administration, but it really took off during the Trump administration, because remember, we saw CEOs of businesses step down en masse in 2018. And I've always stated that Trump is at war with the shadow government, the one that's backed by Israel. And so that's always going to be the media stance on Trump, because the media is backed by Israel, or at least funded. With his administration came access to surveillance that has always been being captured in Hollywood. It seems that with other administrations, these things have been allowed because they fund and fuel other streams of stuff. And Trump got in, and for whatever his reasons were, because I don't endorse anyone that I don't know personally, whatever his motivations were, selfish or not. And I've said this before, if you shut down child trafficking, or you try to, even if you used to be buddy-buddy with the owners of it, the runners of it, I do believe that Trump probably participated in trafficking of women and prostitution because of his affiliation with the pageant world. I don't know about the children. I think that that would have been too risky for him had he got in office and come after the ones who are participating in that activity. And we've seen every attempt to indict him on something. Never that. Maybe one day we'll hear about him trafficking women or participating in orgies on Epstein Islands, but I don't know if we'll ever hear him involving himself in child trafficking. I think that may sicken him, actually. So I'm asking what's going on with the exposés in Hollywood. Methinks that if Kamala gets in office, you guys may have a break in Hollywood. But there are still entities, now that this ball is rolling. One second, guys. Okay, I had to check that message. Now that the ball is rolling, the ball is rolling. And I don't necessarily believe this has everything to do with the Trump administration doing this. I'm just saying that certain surveillance is now in the hands of parties who want to do something with it, I believe. Again, in the recent past, this has been a part of, it seems like, America's economy. Shadow economy that fuels the above economy, because plants are nourished from the soil. So it seems that the shadow economy, because this is a pentacle, fuels America's real economy. And the activities that go on in Hollywood that all these celebrities are being alleged to be a part of are because the days of this activity being big business is now in the past. There are some parties here that either are with the Trump administration or the Trump administration exposed this surveillance to. Once the ball got rolling, it hasn't stopped, and it can't stop now. It's not allowed to stop. King of Cups. This is P. Diddy. He is the current takedown. P. Diddy had so much surveillance. And because there is a political war behind the scenes, we need that, bruh. We need that up off you. We need that. We need all that. Now, unfortunately, This might be Trump because this is a Gemini card. Let me check the bottom card before I say what I want to say. So now I say with confidence, that Trump did used to participate in some of the activities, but during his climb to politics, he decided to go against that grain, or at least factions of it. And the stuff that he didn't participate is the stuff that he went after legally. I believe that a lot of what we see going on in Hollywood was triggered by the Trump administration. And if they didn't do it willingly, once they became aware of certain things that they inherited from once they became aware, once they got in office, they were like, oh no, we're about to do something about this. Not saying that it was all for good reasons. It could have been like, oh no, this is good stuff. I can use this for the bigger picture. Now, when I saw this Knight of Cups in reverse, my first thought actually was Obama. And I'm just going to leave that there until I come back and clarify. Whoever is behind exposing these celebrities were not involved in the activities that they're being exposed for. These are old chummy buddies who maybe did business together, partied together, but not everybody involved participated in everything. And whoever is behind this, these are people who didn't participate in a lot of what went on in Hollywood. It had a lot to do with innocence. These people aren't here for stealing of the innocence of children. Even the ones who are trafficked into Hollywood. This was also supposed to put a dent, or the fear is that this is going to put a dent in the shadow economy, and I believe it has already. Maybe has something to do with inflation because of the shadow government that fuels the regular economy being under attack, and a lot of the black market activities that fuel our economy. These people make a lot of money on the black market and then come and spend it in our economies. They buy houses and they start businesses and then they, consume. Inflation went up once these shadow activities that produce money, that fuel the economy, went under attack. And more of you in Hollywood, more celebrities will fall because this is a Capricorn card, actually. No matter what people are behind it, the energy says Pluto and Capricorn. These are industries, London bridges that are falling down. This is a siege on the black market, the black economy, the black government, the black Hollywood, and not black, but the other side of it, because in life, there is a polarity to everything, night and day, right? As above, so below. That rule is to tell us that there is a polarity to everything. So what we see in the light may just be an outward manifestation of things done in the dark. And that is what is under siege. If any celebrities are watching, you need to know that this is what's on the horizon for the industry altogether. Money and gigs will continue to slow down. Now, if you want to know how to remedy this, or how this applies to your personal stuff, you'll have to call me. But this is the outcome for the industry, and this isn't good or fruitful or conducive to your careers or your financial stability in the industry. If you were on the right side of wrong before, karmically, I'm saying it's probably too late to save you from the effects of this. Even if you get on the right side of right now. Because this is Pluto and Capricorn energy. You can't wait until Pluto has had enough and has forced you out of your habits to try to reap some kind of reward. You'll still be affected. The dirty won't be able to wholly escape. Not saying all of you will come crashing down, but you'll be touched. If you were on the up and up for the most of your career, not saying a goody two-shoe, but if you weren't involved in any heinous and salacious crimes, then I would say tap into your creative side, your spiritual side. You guys are going to have to get spiritual because there's a cleansing coming. And even if that doesn't necessarily mean religious, but tap in, you have to return back to your source so that you can start creating from the ashes again, because what's been created and been maintained is falling down. So you creators will have to get back to your original creative selves that may have been watered down because of the way the industry is ran. It doesn't favor creativity. It favors popularity and who's been down with the down. You'll have to start getting back to your creative selves again and create something new, because the status quo will fall. That's free game. Call me. Two of Swords, though. I want to look and see if this is really surveillance or if I'm tripping. In the past, it seems like people in our government or in high places have funded the business of Hollywood and all its separate entities from their dealings in shadow entities. There's a lot of drug running in Hollywood. There's a lot of prostitution, trafficking of all sorts. Whatever you need in the industry, once you're in the industry, whatever your vice is, there is a way to get it. There is a reason for that. It's all a part of an industry. And prior to all of these exposés, it's been maintained because hands were not clean, at least the hands that could have produced this Me Too moment a long time ago. When power was taken away a little bit from the Jews during the Trump administration, they started getting locked up. Things that were done in the dark and kept secret by the law, allegedly, because this is a book of the law in between these pillars and this veil. I feel, allegedly, because you won't get me, I feel that legal entities were withholding justice from being served on celebrities. They knew these things, but none of these people face indictments, charges, allegations up until 2018. And I say that because I remember it starting off with CEOs stepping down. I remember seeing it. I remember seeing articles about it. I was working at Lockheed Martin, and in my idle time, we had access to certain things on our computer. I had access to Yahoo and the internet, but through Yahoo, that was our main search page, and it would always be on Yahoo. Let me look into this exchange of power. Relationships were severed between entities in entertainment when certain administrations changed. This was no longer an administration that favored or partied or colluded with the debauchery in the entertainment industry specifically. I see a woman being paid or incentivized to sue, supported to kick off whichever movement kicked it off, the Me Too movement. A woman was incentivized behind it because in the past, no one would have done what this woman or these women did. But they were told, if you do this, we will support it. And it kicked off the movement. And that's what was needed. Seems like since then, celebrities have been, or not just celebrities, when I say the industry, when I say Hollywood, I even include politics. The whole shebang. They've all been doing what they can to move themselves into calmer waters since the beginning of this, especially the ones that were doing things that they shouldn't. Put a stop to the celebrity and entertainment world once the Trump administration got in. And incentivized, they fanned the flames on allegations. They supported them. They upheld them. Because when they came in, they was like, oh, we didn't know that this is how America got down at the head of the leaders. No, let's F this up. Since y'all didn't want me to, all I wanted to do was stop the Jews from making money. This could have benefited all of us. But the problem is all of Hollywood and all the politics and all of y'all are infiltrated and paid by them. So he couldn't incentivize Hollywood the way the rulers could. So he just said, it's war then. It's war then. Because my beef is with them. I'm sorry that y'all are paid by them. Better get in where you fit in. Get on a winning team. That was Trump's mindset. Certain activities stopped once this air sign activity became a challenge to the surveillance, to the things that was already known by every entity. Why did it come to a stop, a halt? Well, these were activities that certain parties didn't benefit from. Like I said, I believe that these sword signs, at least the 5 of Swords in the challenging position, because I believe that that's the Gemini administration getting in and allowing allegations to be seen in court and be heard in the public. These were all industries and activities in Hollywood that he didn't participate in or benefit from anymore. Maybe he did at one time, but he didn't anymore. I would like to say that all of the allegations, because I'm looking into the past where this has been activity that has been allowed to go on, slow and steady, but continuous. Steady is the key word. Allegedly, you guys don't hate me for this because this isn't favorable to anybody that you may hold near and dear to you. These allegations have always been around, but it seems like there has never been a president to do anything about it, because they were all, and I say this is a president because this is all the kings in the deck. The emperor is all the kings in the deck, because they were all involved in at least one or some activity, because there is a shadow everything. And when you become president, you become acquainted with all of the shadow entities. And sometimes, just like on Scandal, sometimes it's your best interest to play along with it. And seeking a seat in office that high in politics as a king of a nation, a queen of a nation, you can't be pure. You have to sacrifice purity for power. And that's the law. You can't have both. Which is why I don't judge people in powerful positions, because I know that they can't be pure, which is why I don't feel any way of saying anything that I see about them, and I don't judge them for it, but it's the truth. Because when you have powerful people along the road to power, you don't get that by being a saint. But there has seemed to be no president who would stop it, because in some way, shape, or form, they were all in participation with one of the shadow entities. Here's Trump. He waged wars against them. Either they forced him out, or he was forced out because of the allies he had to make in order to gain his powerful position. Either way, he waged war against what I feel like, out of all the activities, is the right ones, because it has to do with innocent parties, children. I don't care really about the drugs or the whoring, the orgies and all of that. It's the children for me. Diddy, I see that you're going to do the best at defending yourself that you can. I don't know if you will be successful in defending yourself. I don't know if you will get as harsh as a punishment, like time served or something, but either way, you didn't come out of this clean, because you had to go to jail and face all of these. I don't think, Diddy, that they're going to allow you to beat this. You have to go down. There is a woman, a queen of wands, she's a woman of color, who said that you have to go down. Even if you guys were friends, on the road to power, sometimes you got to sacrifice a few in order to win the war. Somebody has to go down for this activity in order for it to go on. But even if this woman wins and has a patsy for it so that the activities can go on, it's still going to be a challenge for these activities to go on. So either way, see, they're trying to avoid a whole tower moment by allowing certain people in the industry to go down and be the bad guy for all of the bad things that we've ever heard about, so that we look no more for these activities, and then they can continue as they used to before a certain entity got in and fucked it up. I'm telling you though, if any of you politicians who feel that way are watching this, it still will not, and my best politician, it still will not help you be able to successfully reinstate those activities, even if you do, because they all haven't stopped. But even if you do try to get that machine up and well running again, the problem is Pluto is moving into Aquarius the same time as the election, honey, in November. The problem is the people are too aware. Thanks to Pluto and Capricorn, it won't work. People will always be hounding at every second, at any sniff of something that doesn't smell right, because we're too aware now. Let me look into why I feel like this was Obama. I see an administration feeling like they inherited certain challenges from the Obama administration. I feel like this president was very cozy with entertainers, and the entertainment industry received a lot of monetary support from the entertainment industry. And so during his administration, he favored a lot of those unjust activities and walked away clean. I asked if this was Obama in the first place because, for one, I said, now who's gay? Secondly, as soon as I thought that, the second thought that popped in my mind was Obama. I'm not on that conspiracy bandwagon. I'm following the thoughts that pop in my mind. So this is all alleged, and according to my crazy ass imagination, methinks that Trump realized, okay, I've said enough. This was another celebrity entertainer, and one who fulfilled himself with all of the perks that came with being president. Did business with a lot of entities that are not favorable to the U.S., I believe. I'm not going to say what else I want to say because that is going to start a riot on my channel, but allegedly some deaths, some injustices to Black people that were never made accountable for during a certain administration, and the uprising and violence that took place in the early Obama administration. I see something about that here. That is why up until these recent years, we haven't seen any of this stuff ever be brought to light or tried in court. It's been kept tight and untried. There is a president, it seems, previous to, and this is a colored male. And I say colored because it doesn't have to be full Black. Previous to this air sign administration, who allowed these allegations to come out, didn't take actions, kept them tight, and protected them from being prosecutable. Keeper of secrets here. This person may have been bisexual and may have not really had much sexual interest in their wife, may have had a lot of sexual chemistry with a certain entertainer that is very well known. It is a woman, and she was very close to this administration, this couple specifically. All right, I'm just going to go to the outcome because the tea I am pulling out in here, I don't want to lose my whole subscribers because I'm going to step on somebody's toes that likes me here. But if this is what I should create a membership for or a Patreon for, because I should make y'all pay for the stuff that I want to say, the details. I wouldn't make it up. Y'all know I don't lie. This 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is the culmination of what's going on in the industries. London bridges will continue to fall down. This is a power struggle behind the scenes. Nine of Swords. That was kicked off again by the Trump administration. And the concern is that if he becomes president, all of you guys are going down. Now, I don't know if he will, because I said before, I don't think he will. But it's already kicked off. London bridges is falling down, and it was a Pluto movement. It doesn't matter who kicked it off, who, what, when, where, or why. It was a Pluto and Capricorn, or Pluto leaving Capricorn. Now, Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008. We saw the housing market crash. That was y'all warning. And then we've been seeing all kinds of crises. Arab Spring, Me Too movements all throughout the industry, the step down of all those business people, COVID. We've seen a lot, right? That should have let y'all know something. So now that it's leaving Capricorn, it's tearing down the last bit of the establishment that didn't serve the greater good or the people. The outcome is that it's going to happen. It's happening. And that it's kicked off by Trump. And that's why you guys hate him. Jay-Z, be careful. They want you, buddy. See, you guys were I see a lot of people that were cozy. I see the Obama administration and then the Trump administration. This is what it's, and not just Obama, because that's just when it changed from Obama to Trump. But from Obama to administrations prior, they've all been down with the get down. Trump is probably the most hated president in presidential history because he went against the establishment. It's why they say he's backed by Russia and all of the antis to America. Well, it's because America, what they're saying is he's against the Jews that run America, and he takes support from people who are also against them, but he feels like, get them out of our country. And those people are like, we'll help you get them out of your country. Because Trump feels like make America great again means that Americans should run America. That's just how he feels. And he said that, so I'm not stating anything. But everyone's hoping that Kamala wins for protection. So that is what the get down is behind why we've seen all this stuff going on. It's not singular to one person or two people. This is a siege on the shadow America. Kicked off by the world's most hated politician for whatever reasons. I'm not here to endorse him as being a hero. I'm just saying he kicked it off. And free the children. I don't care about all the other stuff, but free the babies. And don't make an environment where it's conducive for their parents to sell them to. If that environment doesn't exist, then it's not just the ones that are being abused in Hollywood already, but the ones whose parent eyeball Hollywood and their children, knowing, what comes with it and being willing participants. If that's not there, the parents lose the incentive. So love you guys. Bye.